married filing jointly for 2023 and 2024, your tax brackets. So you have 10, 12, 22, 24, 32, 35, 37%. One thing I always commonly hear people say is, well, what if I make $1 more than this tax bracket and I go from 12% to 22%? I don't want to make $1 more. And I'm like, well, why? And they're like, well, I'll be taxed more than the money I make. And that's simply not true. And I'll go through the example in a second. So let's just say, take for example, there's a married couple, they're making $95,000 a year. So that would put them in the 22% tax bracket. So we'll take 2024 as the example, and we're going to say they made $95,000. Well, you have to first take out your standard deduction, or if you itemize, that should be greater than the standard deduction in order to do that, otherwise it doesn't make sense. But we'll just say, for example, most people take the standard deduction at this point. That for a married couple filing jointly is $29,200 in 2024. So now you're going to subtract that from the $95,000. You subtract that from $95,000, you're left with $65,800 of taxable income. Now, if they've contributed to, say, a 401k, this reduces it even further, but we'll say they didn't do that. Now, you take the first $23,200, which is here, multiply that by 10%. 10% in the calculator is 0.1, so we multiply by 0.1. That effectively gives you a tax of $2,320 for that first bit of money. Now, you take that $65,800, subtract out the money you already paid taxes on, which is the $23,200. You're left with $42,000. So now you tax $42,600 by that 12% or 0.12, and then that comes out to $5,112. If you were above these limits, you would continue this and only tax at the tax bracket what's in between those values. So the tax liability is only $7,432 for the year for the couple. So the couple's actually only paying 7.8% of their income. And how I got that number is $7,432 divided by the original $95,000. So if they were actually going to pay 22% of $95,000 would actually be over $20,000. They've actually effectively paid less than even the 10% rate. And this is very common, and that comes about because effectively you're taking all these deductions. It's not as bad as what people make it out to be. So I hope that clears things up. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and have a great day.